printing, you can hear 100% infill. Huge thing here. This is also on island. I mean, can you even see it 3D printed? Oh no, even play around. It's very nice. So we are in the lab. 40mm tube. Whoa. Be mine. All our different materials. How do you guys like this? I think we are live. Hey, how's everyone? Is everything okay? The sound is okay? The video is okay? Yeah, that's the second Airbnb. Much less fun than the first one, right? How's everyone? Builders Mark, how are you? Tactile 3D. Printed Visions, how are you? Ashornak, how are you? How is everyone? 5-5. Okay, great. We're all good. How about you? How you feel? Hope you're better. Yeah, smell my attitude. I feel much better. And actually, I had my first negative PCR test. So that means I will fly out on Saturday. So on Saturday, I will be back to China. But the problem is, I will first be back to Taipei, and then I have to stay 5 days in Taipei, and then go to Shanghai, and then I need to quarantine for 7 days in Shanghai. So even though I'm flying out on Saturday, I will actually arrive home, like actually home in 2 weeks, because of the quarantine and the flight. The fact that there's no much flight from Taipei to Shanghai, or they control all the flights. So it's been the second time or the third time that they cancel my flight back to Shanghai. So, but anyway, the good thing is I'm feeling better, and I drink a lot, like a lot, because I heard that after COVID it's good to drink a lot. I don't know for what. I don't know the science behind it, but that's what people say. So I just drink a lot. Hey, Dustin, how are you? 2-week trip home is no joke. Yeah. 5-day kind of a transit in Taipei, and then 7 days quarantine. Well, it's more the 7 days quarantine that I'm not looking forward to, because it's in a room in a hotel, right? So it's like 7 days in a room. So it's not the best. Let's try watching this on Twitch this time. Steven, is that STV? I guess it's Steven from YouTube, right? Steve Beals from YouTube. Is that correct? I guess so. Yeah, Steve. Sorry, I thought it was Steven. Great. Welcome on Twitch. Bird, being well hydrated help with all sort of things, including thinning your blood out a bit. Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing. I just keep drinking. So today there's a video I want you to watch. Is a funny video. Like, I like to watch, the kind of videos that are kind of mainstream 3D printing. Today I want to talk a little bit about mainstream 3D printing. Like, it's a very niche industry, but there's a lot of companies that are trying to bring in this mainstream, and that there's a lot of very popular creators that are trying to bring 3D printing mainstream. And I like the different ways creators are choosing to present 3D printing mainstream. So I want to watch some videos. Like, my favorite one, I mean, I have a couple of them, but let's say when it comes to like a large channel, but that are 100% focused on 3D printing, I don't watch a lot, but there is I like some of the video from Joel, the 3D printing nerd. It's one of the channel that is trying to bring 3D printing channel, and the way they're doing it is, for me, the one that I like the most, let's say, compared to some other that are trying to bring it mainstream. And especially one video that I watched today. I haven't watched it completely, but I think it was called. Sorry, I don't have two screens today, but I think I should be able to do. Tom is good people. Dustin, are you talking about Tom Sandlerer, the German creator? Is that the Tom you're talking about? Yes, I don't think he's bringing. I don't think he's bringing 3D printing mainstream. Well, yeah, that's the debate. But I think he's still quite niche in his videos. If you compare to, for example, Uncle Jesse or I like to make stuff or make stuff. I like to make stuff. No, what's the name again? Make stuff or something like this. Or Joel, or this type of channel are more the one that I consider trying to bring 3D printing mainstream. But anyway, I will show you. I will show you one. Kenneth Sang, yeah, it's the new Airbnb. I moved because the one downtown I didn't like the downtown of Houston, so I moved to outside of not downtown. I don't know how you call it, a suburb. Yeah, suburb. Anyway, I think the name was to compare a $300 printer against a $300,000 printer or something like this. I don't remember the keyword, but it was, yeah, exactly. So it was this one. So I want to watch that video because it kind of shows a little bit how people see 3D, because we all know 3D printing like very well. Like most of you know what is a 3D printer, you know what is PLA, PGG, ABS. You know there is actually different filament, different plastic. You roughly know the difference between all the plastics. Some of you know exactly what's the difference. You know what makes a printer, etc. But for someone that I've never heard about it, then they see a kind of machine, and then that can do some stuff, right? And the way people introduce 3D printing to these mainstream people is interesting. And this video for me was interesting because they don't put much importance to detail. Like they can say some stuff that for us is completely. I mean, I will show you. We'll watch the video, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Ivan Miranda, yeah. So Ivan Miranda is a great channel also. I think it's more about definitely Ivan Miranda is project-based video, right? He has like huge project, and then he kind of lead or guide people through his process of building something. I wouldn't consider also this as a presentation of 3D printing for mainstream. I would consider that as like a maker channel that again, it's an amazing channel, right? I'm really talking about. Well, let me show you. So that's the video. Do I still have the music in the background? I think I do. Sorry, let me remove that. Silverback, hey, how are you? How's the print going? Is it finished? Yeah, most likely no, because when I oh yeah, maybe because it's a short plate, right? Sorry, can't chat much, but I'm here to lurk and give the support. Thank you so much, Silverback. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being awesome, Marcel, and thank you for reminding me to remind people to be awesome. And let me remind everyone how awesome you all are. You all are. How awesome you all are. Let me collect your awesomeness. Let me collect all your awesomeness before we start watching the video. Why last stream? Why last stream? Oh, live stream in the US. Sorry, because I won't be streaming on this weekend, and I'm not sure I will be streaming in next Tuesday because I will be in the middle of all of the quarantine and flight change and etc. So the next stream that you're going to see, I'm going to be back home. back to my amazing setup in my home. Well, actually, it's not bad. I prepared a small setup. You can see if you look around. If I'm like this, there is two stealth burner. Galaxy ABS. There is two stealth burner hidden in my background. Somewhere in my background there is two stealth burner. So I play around and then I put some print in some very interesting areas. And of course I have my big Mechadeck logo. Unfortunately, it's not the biggest anymore, but actually I think I forgot, but I think Zombie sent me a YouTube video of Paisley's or something. Let me see if I can find it back. Because apparently I'm not the owner of the biggest logo anymore. Let me see if I can find. Where did he send me this already? I don't remember. Maybe it was in general on Discord. Let me scroll. No, I cannot find it anymore. I think he sent me a video of Paisley's and the logo or something like this. Or maybe it was on the Zombie channel. Scroll. No, cannot find anything. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't even know on which YouTube channel it is. 550%. Yeah, I have the 500% one, and you have 550. So, but I'm gonna get it with some more filament. Don't worry. Oh, there you go. Wait, how can I access? Let me go there, and then go there, and then go there. And yeah, there you go. And then let me see. What was the Oh, yeah, I was there. So I think she's going to show the yeah. What is that really bigger than mine? Let me check. Is that really? Whoa, wait. I feel like, is that really bigger than mine? Because she is comparing to a spool afterwards. She said the spool. Yeah, I think she said the spool fit inside, but I feel like mine too. Let me take a spool. I have a spool. Oh, my spool is there. Let me take a spool. I'm sure. What if actually is not true? What if I'm still the owner of the biggest one? Let me check. That's the 3D print general spool. I brought it. I'm going to meet Sean tomorrow. Yeah, I can also fit a spool. Yeah, I think so. I think I still have. Yeah, but she said 550, and I think this one is 500. So maybe it's barely bigger. Barely bigger. Is 50% enough to get to get the title of the biggest logo anymore? I don't know. I feel like the gap should be bigger. Hey, Sister of Breed, how are you? Sorry, I'm not watching the chat as much because I don't have the second screen anymore. But where is my spool? Yeah, so if you guys like this kind of spools, let me check. I should be able to show you. So if you go on the website, create a spool here, and then we have two create a spool at the moment, one from Loyal and one from Sean. And if you have some ideas of creators, or if yourself you are a creator interested in having this, there is obviously there is a contract behind this. It's not like you just ask for a filament and then we just create and send, right? There is a contract behind this. But if you are interested in learning more, then please come to me. The idea is to have like a series, a nice collection, a nice collection of creator spool, and that could be pretty cool. That could be pretty cool. You can see who do we have here? We have Zombie and Paisleys, maybe some MakerDeck stuff. Who do we have else? I think Steve worked here, maybe like a Voron spool, but I think the Voron spool has been discussed already, and apparently it's not possible. But how awesome would it be to have like a Voron Galaxy Red, or like ABS Galaxy Red or something like this? That would be awesome, I think. But I think, if I remember well, there is some issue of using the name Voron. But some other, I don't know, there's Rat Rig as well, or I don't know, some if you guys have some ideas or something. The sparkly green. Yeah, the sparkly green. We could have this as well, Steve. The one the one we talked about. By the way, I already sent that to our R&D. So they are already working on it. I mean, I don't know if they are working on it right now, but it's in their task list, let's say. The lime, how is it? Galaxy lime with the crystal powder. That's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, you see that, Loyal? I don't have yours because I sent a new design to use already. But I'm going to meet Sean tomorrow, so I brought a spool for him as well. So Loyal in the chat, like I just showed you, that's now his spools. So it's the LM Sparkle Green. So this is the actual design. The one he has on his show, there is why it's not written PLA Pro, because it was a version before. But it is the same product. It's not like two different spool or something. And for the people that really like the Sparkle Dark Green that we had before, then you guys are going to love that product. So it's already on pre-order. We are producing them already. Most likely, let me think. I think they are leaving in 1 or 2 weeks, because our goal was to ship them before the second week of December, before mid-December, to ship everything. So if you guys, and it's a limited production at the beginning, right? We have one order that we put it, and then it will arrive. And once this order is gone, then we'll have to wait for if there is another order. So if you guys want to get your spools already, you can already pre-order these two spools. But anyway, we are working on some more spools that's going to be pretty amazing. And I think Loyal have seen, and I think Zombie and Loyal, I think, have seen already some design of some other creators, and they are amazing. All of these designs are very unique, and that's what I like. They represent the universe from each creators, which is pretty nice. By the way, Loyal, I just caught up on your last stream because I thought you were going to explain. I thought you were going to explain the print drive of this year, but during the stream you said that you are actually going to explain that on Friday, which is tomorrow, right? So I guess, but tomorrow I will be pretty busy, but I will caught up on tomorrow. So people, do you remember the last stream we talked about the Toys for Tots? So Polymaker is going to work on 2 projects. We're going to work on Toys for Tots. So I already got in contact with Dusty. By the way, thank you very much to Dusty Knuckle for helping with the connection with IC3D, and then giving us the whole explanation and the details on how it works. So we are going to work with Toys for Tots, well, with IC3D, which works with Toys for Tots. And then we are going to work and sponsor spools and etc. to have some toys. And unfortunately, I didn't get the time yet, but Loyal is also working on a project which I guess will be similar to the one last year, which was called Christmas Print Drive, I think. Christmas Print Drive. And I think they are doing it again this year. I haven't got the detail, and I haven't got time to get in contact with Loyal yet, but obviously, Ponymaker will help as much as we can that project also. Yeah, let me make sure I say things properly. We are launching the community Christmas print drive tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so there you go. So the information are correct. So we have the print drive tomorrow from Loyal, and there is the Toys for Tots that I think is already ongoing, and I think I'm not too sure, but I don't even know if I can talk about it, but there is Zombie also is working with the guy there, but I don't know if I can say or not. We did a Christmas print drive last year. Yeah, that's the one. So again, an amazing move from the 3D printing community, from all of the people, and that's just amazing. And you know what I really like also in the project with IC3D? IC3D is also a filament manufacturer, right? And I really like the message that, because we are going to partner on that project, right? We're going to do a co-project for the print, the Toys for Tots. By the way, I don't even know what tots mean. Is that another word for kids? Tots definition. Tot, a very young child. Okay. A small amount of what? So tot means a very young child, or it means a small amount of a strong alcoholic drink such as whiskey or brandy. So so the Toys for Tot is for what? Tots as in very young child, or tots as a small amount of strong alcoholic drink? Anyway, that's interesting. But anyway, yeah, I really like the idea of having IC3D and Polymaker partnering on this. But yeah, and in both projects, I think there is a selection of toys, if I remember well, because toys are very important, like in terms of design for kids. I don't know the rules or this kind of thing, right? But there is this, and I think Loyal has a specific set that we are going to discover tomorrow. So we're gonna see that, and then Toys for Tots, I think, is already available on their website, if I remember well. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And I've seen Yellow Ribbon. That's another project I want you to talk about. Who was talking about this? Yeah, Paisley's. We have lots of people printing Toys for Tots on MakerDeck. Yeah. Actually, I didn't know if I could say it or not, but yeah, MakerDeck is going to join the effort for this. So I didn't know if I could say it or not, but as you just said it, so yeah. So that's gonna be amazing. Loyal Tots are kids. Yeah. And then yeah, the Yellow Ribbon. So if you guys have seen on the Ponymaker Twitter, I retweeted something about the Yellow Ribbon. I didn't know that before, but I learned that during a HotMex on Jim's stream, Edge of Tech, and basically, let me show you. It's let me see, so that I don't say anything wrong. I think I shared that. Hey, where was that? Where did I share? It's not a long time ago. Blah blah blah. No. Is that this? Yeah, Abby Math. Yeah, Abby Math. And then that's the article. This is also an amazing project, and we gave away some spools for that project on one of HotMex stream. But if you want to learn more about that project, here is a link. And the idea, if I remember well, but actually it's written here: 3D printing for mental health and suicide prevention campaign. Sorry for my pronunciation. But I think I think the idea is, I hope you guys cannot see all my WeChat notification because I don't have two screens, so I don't know what you guys are seeing. But yeah, thank you, Loyal. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm not sure I will be free tomorrow but I will try to join depending on how long it's going to be. But I really want to learn more about your project. I know the reveal is tomorrow, so I will try to follow that. Thank you for passing by, Loyal. And so this project, Yellow Ribbon, is to raise awareness, I guess, to raise awareness for this mental health and suicide prevention campaign. Yeah, actually, everything is in the title, so I'm the worst. How do you say? Explanatory guy. If it's 3D printing and science, that's fine. I can explain. But if it's an article or something, yeah, you guys go and read. I just shared the link, but it's a great project. And if you need, I already contacted Abby Math during the stream, and I told her if she needs some spools or if she wants to do something, then we're very happy to support this project as well. Do we have a Bang K2 now? Download an awesome filament clip today. Yeah, if Zombie is here, it's gonna be, it's gonna be swatch track, Clipper stuff, K2 clip, what is Make a Deck, and buy Galaxy Dark Blue. Okay, did I summarize Zombie pretty well? I think so. I don't know if there is some Zombie squad here, but I think I pretty much summarized Zombie's stream. And now he's building some Lego stuff. The last time I joined one of his stream, he was building some Lego stuff. But anyway, yeah, I want you to watch. I want you to watch that video. But let's see. Even right at the beginning, you are going to see two big things, and try to see if you notice that are kind of funny. Maybe it's a little bit loud. Can you see this? Oh, that's funny. When I do like this, then you can see. If I do like this, you cannot see anymore. So maybe I need to do like this. No, still no. Maybe I need to stay here. Let's find out. By the way, any of you know this Donut Media? Because they have 7 million subscribers. I've never heard of them before. So I don't know if they are famous in the US or... Okay, so now you see that they are introducing 3D printing to mainstream. Okay, so they will now try to introduce what is 3D printing to the mainstream. Yeah, this we know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you guys know I like to make stuff, right? I mean, I like to make stuff. I knew that before. I like to make stuff. So that's and he's using 3D printing in a lot of his project. Not all his project, but in most of his project, he's using 3D printing. So he's very hands-on. on 3D printing. He may not have the particular science knowledge behind 3D printing, but he's very hands-on. Like he can use a 3D printer very easily, and then also choose the material, etc. So I think it's great to bring someone that has a lot of experience with 3D printing to introduce 3D printing. But look at what he say compared to how the video is designed. How beautiful is this SLS printer? Oh, no audio? Oh, sorry. Can anyone hear the video? Oh, okay, sorry. How can I do that? No audio, no audio. How do I do that? You cannot hear. Let me think. Can you see the video right now? You shouldn't be able to see the video right now, right? Galaxy Darbu. No, you cannot even see the video. So you cannot see the video and you cannot hear anything in the video. Yeah, Zombie, fix it, please. You see, now you can see the video, right? Because now I switched to the video. So maybe let me try to do this and then this. Okay, so now you can see the video even if I'm on this page. And can you hear the video if I do like this? Can you hear the video now? Unmuting OBS. I don't have OBS, Zombie. Turn the volume of the video up. So now, can you hear? It's very loud for me. Okay, still no sound. Oh, nope. Nope, sorry. How can I do that? I don't even know what to do actually. Audio, or maybe let me do stop screen and start again. That's the only thing I know how to do. And then do this and then share again. And then let me try again. How about now? Is your desktop audio muted for your streaming software? No. No audio, still nothing. Okay, last thing I can try is this. So let me just restart this. Okay, hello again. And then let me share again. Okay, and then start again. And if it doesn't work, then can you hear? Can you hear anything? Do you see the green line bouncing around when you play the video? In a sec. No, it only bounces around when I talk, not when the video is playing. Oh, that's so strange. How can you not hear the video? I can hear it through the mic. What are you using for streaming? I'm using Streamlab. But support chat time, yeah. I like what you did again with the ceiling fan. Okay, that means your input is not picking up the video sound. Yeah. My microphone kind of like the thing is not moving. So MacBook microphone built-in microphone splash of remote. Yeah. Wait, Streamlabs or StreamYards? StreamYard. Sorry. I'm using StreamYard. Are you doing a screen capture or a window capture? I'm doing a window capture. A window capture. Oh, looks like Brit is on something. Is it? Do I need to use screen capture instead? Oh, I need to use screen capture. Oh, that's the reason. Okay. Okay, let me try. But if I do screen capture, then you're going to see my whole screen. So let me. How can I do that? Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, then let me do it, but it's gonna look a little bit strange for you because I will go back and forth with the chat and stuff. Just get rid of all the new filament. Okay, so if I do, okay, so let's see. So that means if I share my whole screen, you are now seeing yourself, and now you are now seeing the video. And if I play the video, is there the sound now? Okay, so I have to come back here to see if what you guys answer. No sound. Okay, so it still doesn't work. Yeah, but anyway, I will just show you basically what. Oh, it's a pity because that was the idea of the video, to show you. Because I have a screen there, but there is no HDMI. Oh, caption. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, you guys are smart. You guys are so smart. Yeah, caption is a good idea. So let me just share again, and then do like this, and then like this. Yeah, that's why I like to have a different screen, because I can share the whole other screen, and I don't have to do all of this. But I really want you to do the stream today. Let me check again, but I think there is no HDMI on the TV. Oh well, there is. There is this. I don't know if it's a remote connection. It's like, apparently it's from Amazon, and there is a HDMI that is connected to the TV, and then this HDMI go to here. So maybe it's something what I can remotely connect to. I can remotely connect to the TV. I don't know, what is this? Amazon service, blah blah. It's not written anything. It's not written anything. I don't even know what it is. Amazon Fire Stick for streaming. Fire Stick. So does that allow me to connect to the TV? Hey, Polymaker, when you hit the present button and the preview comes up, in the bottom left, there is a button to select share system audio. Oh. Let me just present, share screen. In the bottom left. Well, I don't have this. When you hit the present button, okay, present button, and then when the preview comes up, in the bottom left, there is a button to select share system audio. Okay, let me check. Share. Yeah, I don't have. Let me show you what I can see, so that you can see. We are really doing some support. Thank you, Sislov Brit. But this is what I see. Let me show you what I see. Let me share. Okay, so you see my whole thing, and then I click present, and then yeah. Actually, I cannot show you because anyway, I click present, then share screen, and then I have entire screen, Windows or Chrome tab. Oh, share tab audio. So I need to share the Chrome tab. And then on the bottom left, if I share the Chrome tab, on the bottom left, there is share tab audio. Oh, okay. I got it, Brit. I think I got it. Okay, let's try. Okay, let me try. And then if I click.
With a laser. We don't have any of those here today, but this is called an FDM
Please
printer.
tell me you can hear something.
And imagine taking like a 3D object and you cut it into two-dimensional slices,
Please
cheese
tell me
slices, and then this
Yeah,
is drawing
really?
those slices
What are you
one on
trying?
top of another, and you're building up that 3D.
Yeah! Thank you, Sislov Breed. Thank you so much for saving my stream. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Sislov Breed. I will make a lot of silk Brit red rain on your table. Awesome. Oh, you guys are so smart. That's crazy. How do you guys know all of this stuff? Awesome. Thank you so much. So I will be able to watch that video. Yeah, I'm so happy. I have some potential. It only took me 4 years of streaming. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm only a little bit more than half a year, but I'm such a child when it comes to streaming. Thank you so much, Brick. Okay, so let's get that video started. So I did miss a lot of chat during this troubleshooting, so I hope, let me check. Oh, we had a lot of people from YouTube, actually. That suddenly, oh, why I only have the YouTube here? Okay. Oh, Edge of 3D was here. How are you, Edge of 3D? Edge of 3D was the one I borrowed the Def Racer. That's thanks to that Def Racer that I won the very first race. That was pretty cool. Sorry, I'm multitasking. Why is this the US stream? Just because I'm in the US. Yeah, I shouldn't have put that title for the stream. I never know what title to put for the stream, so I just put last stream in the US because I'm going back on Saturday, so that's it. Wait, Edge of Desk is here? No, Edge of 3D. There is Edge of Tech, Jim. Then there is Edge of 3D. That is Scott. And then Edge of Desk is kind of, the new Edge of Tech, I guess. But anyway, now that Brit has brought us the sound, then let's watch that video again.
This is a $250,000 3D printer designed for 3D printing car parts.
And this is a $300 3D printer, one of the cheapest ones you can buy.
With a price difference that extreme, what does all that money really get you?
And how much do you really need to spend if you want to 3D
That's
print
sweet.
your own car parts?
I got my
Well,
negative
today,
PCR
we're going to
test.
find out.
I'm ready.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Nolan.
Welcome to Donut. This is the Ridge Wallet, and they're sponsoring today's video. It's Lucky Wallet. We don't pay
They are not sponsoring my video. No, I'm joking.
worldwide shipping and return.
The world of 3D printing is pretty wide. There are a lot of 3D printers of varying size, price point, capability, all that
Like
kind
you
of
said
stuff.
before,
I'm a total
They
noob
are
when it comes to
introducing
this
to
sort
the
of
thinking to the
thing.
main
We're
channel.
both noobs, but we're going to change that today.
Okay.
We're going to be functional 3D printer owners.
I'm sure I'll retain all this knowledge.
Yes.
All right, so this is near the lower end of the 3D printer spectrum. This is a Ender 3, comes in at $300. It's made by a company called
I think it's the
Creality.
Ender 3D2.
Creative Reality,
they-
Jerry.
Oh.
Reality. Since we're
Oh,
noobs,
no,
we
it's the
decided to
V1.
bring in a professional. Please welcome Bob from I Like to Make Stuff.
You want to remember the
What's up, man?
1 to 11?
Have you had any
What's gonna
experience
happen?
with this machine?
So this one specifically, no. They all basically do the same.
While you're playing, your microphone isn't very clear. It's okay when you stop the video. Oh, okay, got it. I will pause the video before talking Yabber Jack. Sorry. So anyway, now they are bringing what's his name again? Bob.
What's up, man? Bob from I Like. Since we're noobs, we decided to bring in a professional. Please welcome Bob.
Yeah, Bob. So Bob is from I Like to Make Stuff. Okay, so that's basically what I said before, but you just didn't have the sound.
From I Like to Make Stuff. up, man? Have you had any experience with this machine?
So this one specifically, no. They all basically do the same thing. There's a few different types of printers. A couple of them you would never have in your home, but the ones that you might have in your home are FDM, which are basically like hot glue guns. They squirt out hot plastic. And then you have SLA or SLS printers, which use resin and light. They cure the resin with a laser. We don't have any of those here today. S printers, which use.
So you can see here the first thing that they kind of overlook a little bit, right? First, this SLS printer is very FDM design, and second, SLS and SLA are very different, right? So he's explaining you have SLS and SLA, which are basically laser curing, blah 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 blah. But they are both very different. So you see, that's how. What I like is that because we know all of this, so we realize all of this nonsense, right? When we watch this type of video. But when you watch another video, like for example, I usually like to watch high-tech home, like a connected home stuff. I like this kind of stuff. But maybe when I watch these videos that are for mainstream, right, they are saying some stuff that I'm like, oh, that's very interesting, blah, blah, blah. But actually it makes completely nonsense, maybe. It's just, I don't know. But maybe if someone knows about Internet of Things, then he would say, what you guys are talking about? You cannot connect this to this, or that's completely different. That's not Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing. When I watch a mainstream 3D printing video, then I have that feeling. Like they always say some stuff that, that doesn't make sense, but nobody cares. I mean, how many views have that video? Like this video is 1.3 million views, and then people are very happy. It looks awesome, blah, 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 blah. I don't even know if there is any comment that I noticed that, for example, the Ender 3 is not the cheapest printer, blah, blah, blah. The sound effect every time, blah, blah. High-end production print shops, blah. This is not a collab I ever expected. Bob showing up, blah, blah. Okay, so nobody talk about, nobody tried to bring their particular knowledge about what they're saying, and I think they're not stopping there, right? Let's continue. Hey, is out of order. How's everything? Yeah, smell my attitude. Exactly. MakerBot is not a SLS, and the explanation that he gave is also not SLS. By the way, do you guys know the difference between curing and sintering? Like selective laser sintering, which is what they. So basically, on the screen you have an FDM printer. It's written SLS. And they explain what is SLA. You get what I mean? Like they mix the three in the same definition. Listen.
Glue guns, they squirt out hot plastic. And then you have SLA or SLS printers, which use resin and light. They cure the resin with a laser. We don't have any of those.
You see, they mix they mix the three together. The picture, the title, and the explanation is three different technology. But anyway. It's not very important, again, because it's for mainstream, but it's just to show you that always when things go mainstream, people don't care anymore. They just throw out some information and then just eat that and eat that and eat that, and that's how it is, So it's funny. Too busy. Just got home from work and a work dinner. It's funny because now you are on the same timeline as I am. So you guys have the same feeling as me. It's the end of the day, blah, 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 blah. So it's funny. Usually I'm starting my day. I'm very fresh. I just woke up, and you guys are all ending your days. But now we are on the same vibe. Edge of 3D. Jim was on the edge before I could even stand up in the middle. Unfortunately, I did not discover his channel and name till after I already had my name. Jim will always be first on the edge. Yeah, I have to say I also mixed up the name before, but after Earth, I knew that there is Edge of Tech and Edge of 3D, and I mean now I know the two difference and etc. But before I mixed them up. Anyway, what I was saying. Yeah. Anyway, So, do you know the difference between curing, and sintering? Like what does I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know sintering is about heating up some powder polymers with a laser and something happen. But I don't know what exactly is the sintering. Like what exactly does sintering means? And curing, how do you say that? Curing or curing? Curing or curing? Curing. Let me check. Curing. Okay, so curing. I was saying it wrong. So even curing, I don't even know what exactly it means. So I guess you cannot see anymore. So I have to do this, and then reshare again. And I have. Oh, it's a little bit. It's a little bit complicated to do that every time. I guess that's how it is. And then like this, and then like this. And then bring back this. And now you don't have the audio anymore, but at least you can see my screen. Okay, so what's the difference between sintering and curing? Okay, curing can be done with heat or time. Yeah, but what's the difference? Like sintering is also like why we don't say SLM? Because for metal powder they say selective laser melting, right? So they melt the metal. But why we don't melt the polymer? Why we sinter the polymer? You get what I mean? And then why do we cure the UV resin? Because the UV resin is is it really heat? Is it really heat that is curing, or is that because they say it's the UV, right? The UV is curing. The UV is curing the liquid polymer. But is that heat involved, or is that the photon? The photon? Oh my God, it's late in the evening. My English is completely out of tune. But yeah, you get what I mean. So I want to understand what's this. So sintering. So let's go on Wikipedia. So sintering is the process of compacting and forming a solid mass of material by pressure or heat without melting it to the point of liquefaction. Okay, so that's interesting. So basically, the difference between sintering and melting is that, okay, so actually during the SLS process, you're not actually melting the plastic, because it looks like it's melting together, right? Because it basically it liquefy and then it's but actually it does not. It's somehow compact and forming. Yeah, I didn't even know this kind of thing. Curing can be light or heat or both, depending on the resin component. How SLS printers works, video that summarized nicely. Oh, really? Okay, let me check Jeria. So yeah, even to get the link, I have to go on Twitch, and then I have to go here, and then I have to go here, and then I can get the link here. Yeah, I really need to get my my other screen. So okay, do they explain for mainstream, or do they explain like properly? I don't want the mainstream explanation, right? Oh, so now I have to stop the screen to present, to share the screen with the Chrome tab, and then I have to activate the sound. Okay, and now you can see, right? Okay, I'm getting there. Okay, let's see how SLS actually works.
What's up, guys? It's Dr. D-Flow, and in this video, I'm going to give an overview of selective laser sintering, or SLS for short. It's a fascinating 3D printing technology that is quite different from the filament or even resin 3D printers you may have at home. SLS printers are unique because they use a laser to heat and fuse powder in defined geometries. There are some really interesting benefits to using powder as the raw material instead of filament, but hold tight, we will get to that later. Let's walk through this quick animation to get a closer look at how powder can be transformed into complex and functional parts.
Okay.
The powder reservoir.
By the way, can you hear? Is everything going? A video to explain a video. be prepared for a long sleep. Sorry, Bionic. Sorry, Bionic. But I mean, it's interesting, right? I've never asked myself the question of what's the difference between curing, sintering, melting. I mean, I've used it a lot, right? I've always said, yeah, I know what is SLA. It's curing with UV light. I know it's SLS, it's sintering. But if someone asks me if I have another myself in front of me, then I would say, okay, but what is sintering? What does happen? Then I would have answered, well, maybe, I don't know, like it's kind of melting. And then when it's melting, then somehow the polymers can entangle more if it's above melting temperature, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I have no ideas. So it's great that we can discover now. Okay, what are you not interested in? That's a good question, Zombie. I'm not interested in... yeah, it's a good question. Well, what are you guys not interested in? I mean, everything is interested at some point, right? Taco Bell. I don't even know what is Taco Bell. I guess it's a restaurant of tacos. Oh yeah, I know. The purple taco, right? Yeah. Anyway, so let's see that video.
Is lowered and filled with a thermoplastic powder, typically nylon. The particles that make up the powder are round and smooth.
Mm-hmm.
These features, among others, allow for the powder to be spread in a thin, smooth. These features...
100 micron is 0.1 millimeter, right? Micron. Micron 10 to the power minus 3, right? So 1, 2, yeah, so 0.1 millimeter. 0.1 millimeter, it's like like our layer height, right? 0.2, 0.1 layer height, just to give a reference, and like a 0.4 nozzle. So you could put the powder in a nozzle or something. Yeah, just to give an idea of what's 100 microns.
Among others, allow for the...
So the powder is basically the size of a layer. I mean, that's well, is it 100 micron? Am I saying 1 yeah, 0.1. Okay, thank you. Wait, what? Sebastian is saying 0.001, and Smell My Attitude is saying 0.1. Should be 0.1, right? 0.1 400. Yeah, it should be 0.1, because I think micro is 10 to the power minus 3. 0.01. Wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, it should be 0.1. 0.01. Really? Wait. Do I have to Google that? Oh my god, I'm so bad. 1 micron to 2 millimeter. Oh, it's 0.001. 1 micrometer. Then what is the? Oh, I'm so stupid. Millimeter. Milli is 10 to the power minus 3, and micro is 10 to the power minus 6. Sorry, I guess I'm getting tired. So 0.00. Okay, so now it makes more sense, right? Because otherwise the layer height. Yeah. I mean, okay, I understand now why people say it doesn't make sense. Okay, so it's 0.001 millimeter. So for example, the layer height for a print, like let's say a relatively high quality print, would be 0.1 millimeter. So now we are like a 100th of this, because I mean the layer height for SLS is tiny, right? I don't even know what it is. What's the layer height for SLS? But it's small, right? So obviously the powder has to be smaller. Okay, anyway, so let's continue.
The powder to be spread in a thin, dense layer, which is important for the success of an SLS print, as we will see. Prior to starting the print, the powder is heated just below its melting temperature through heating coils and, in some cases, infrared lamps. The powder is kept at this temperature throughout the print to make.
Oh, that's interesting, because now he's talking about the powder is brought just below melting temperature. And we just saw the definition of sintering that was not melting, but I guess we can finish the video, but his next thing is going to say the laser is going to bring a little bit above the melting temperature.
Make it easier for the laser to melt the powder because only a small amount of energy.
You see? Now he's talking about melting the powder. But theoretically, that's not true. That's SLM. SLM is melting. So you melt the metal. So that's why I want to understand what's the difference between sintering and melting. But sintering means without melting it to the point of liquefaction. In material science, liquefaction is a process that generates a liquid from a solid or a gas, blah, blah, blah. So it's basically melting, right? And now he's saying it's melting.
Throughout the print to make it easier for the laser to melt the powder because only a small amount of energy will be required, and to prevent the part from warping due to temperature gradients. Once heated, the printing process commences.
Oh, that's another interesting part, is that they also have warping issue. But now there is no extrusion process. Do you remember the warping issue from thermal shrinkage and elastic shrinkage, right? Well, they don't have any elastic shrinkage. So that would be interesting to study what kind of warping issue do they have and where does that come from, etc. Anyway, because the part is not hold on the plate. Yeah, also, yeah, that's true, bionic. So they're much more. I guess it will tend to warp much more because there's nothing to stick it to. How many people in the chat have tried Galaxy Dark Blue? Cookie TM. My Polymaker order was delivered less than 24 hours after I placed. Oh, really? Nice. Maybe you were very close to one of the warehouse we're using from FBA. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, in average, it takes 1 to 3 days if we have the stock. So people don't realize how fast our website deliver because it's FBA, and they still go to Amazon because they think Amazon is going to be faster. But I guess if you have Prime on Amazon, then it is in average faster, I guess. So yeah, I mean, it's understandable. So what is melting for polymers? Well, melting for polymers is easy, right? Melting for polymers is the TM, and the TM is defined by the decrystallization. So the TM is defined by enough energy to break the crystals. So for example, if you have polycarbonate, doesn't have any melting temperature, right? Because it's amorphous. Any amorphous material doesn't have any melting temperature anyway. You cannot define any melting temperature because there's no crystals. But in SLS they're using nylon. So I guess so nylon is a semi-crystalline, so there is a melting temperature. But anyway, let's. Well, we are already a part of the video that we wanted to understand, and already we don't understand because the word sintering and how he is explaining is the opposite. But anyway, let's continue.
Due to temperature gradients. Once heated, the printing process commences. A powder spreader, such as a blade or roller, creates a thin, uniform layer on the build platform. Then a laser selectively heats up regions of the build area to melt the powder in a defined geometry.
Is it to melt powder?
This process is repeated with the part getting taller after each layer. It should be clear that if there are voids or artifacts in the powder, that these flaws will translate directly to the part, resulting in poor mechanical properties or possible.
Yeah, okay. So I don't think the video is going to help much. That was my worry. I think, when you want to understand things in a much deeper way, the best is to go directly to the question you have. So for example, my question is the difference between sintering and melting, for example. I mean, maybe YouTube is not the best way, but let me check. What is the difference between sintering and melting technique in 3D printing? Yeah, that's interesting. Let's have a look at this. You guys can still hear, right? You can still hear and see. Fast cooling area contracts towards slow cooling area. Is galaxy dark red, brown, or red? Is it zombie has drunk some alcohol today again, or a few drinks, zombie today again, or I have some red David Steele. Okay, you can hear. Okay, let's figure out then. So this is a webinar that apparently answers exactly the question that that we're looking for.
Okay, so our next question is regarding sintering process. So,
Why? I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. Why every time, like I'm not joking, like 90% of the time, when I do my research and I finally end up on a video that is exactly talking about my topic, it's usually from Indian accent. Like 90% of the time. Like, I don't know if it's because the content in Indian accent is I don't know, 70% of what is on YouTube, you know, all the small video, or they have so much engineers that come from India that they have a lot of very technical content. But I can assure you, like, whatever, I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but if you want to learn about something in details on YouTube, you will always, like 90% of the time, end up on Indian accent video. Maybe they are in they are in India, but at least the accent is I can clearly hear it's Indian. Tons of engineer, yeah, I guess very good engineer. Yeah, I guess that's the reason. They have a whole bunch of engineers and a lot of different field. And hey, freaking U5, how are you? Okay, anyway, so I hope you can hear properly, because even from my side, I cannot hear properly.
attendee is asking, what is the application of the metal sintering 3D printing technique? Where is it being used? Where is the sintering technique being used?
Yeah, there are lots of industries like aerospace industry, automobile industry. Then we have functional prototypes being produced using the sintering technology. Sintering or melting of metals also used in the medical applications to produce the metallic implants which will be implanted inside the body. There are a wide variety of applications actually in different.
To add something since it is related to metal.
And there is one more thing like DMLS or SLM called. So the sintering term is it's often confused. So if you are looking at a basic level difference between selective laser sintering and melting, sintering is usually used in we use that term when we are using plastics. So that is a selective laser sintering is for the plastics.
By the way, right now the person that is talking, I think is this guy here. And wait, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to give you his name so that we can know his background, but I cannot. Oh, I think this one. I think it's this person.
In case of selective laser melting, that means the laser melts the material, and that usually happens with the metals. And the DMLS, it says that sintering, though actually there happens proper melting of the material. It is why they are using DMLS is because it is kind of this that name trademark issue.
So that's a very good point, not given by Hari.
Wait, they cannot use SLM because it was trademark. That's the reason they use sintering. Really? is that the final answer of our sintering and melting? Different. Yeah, maybe let's go on Google a little bit because I didn't understand properly. Okay, sintering vs melting. What's the difference? Sintering is the process of fusing particles together into one solid mass by using a combination of pressure and heat without melting the material. Okay, common particles that are sintered together includes metal, ceramic, plastic, and other various materials. Okay, so even metal can be sintered. Okay, I thought it was melting for metal and then sinter for plastic, but okay. The sintering process in metallurgy, the majority of metal can be sintered. Powder sintering is used to increase the strength of structural integrity, blah, 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 blah. The first stage, oh, okay. Decline my cookie. You don't need my cookies. I keep my cookies. What are the difference between sintering? Though both are methods used to combine materials, sintering and melting are significantly different. Sintering temperatures and liquefaction. One of the biggest difference is the liquefaction of the material. A material that is melting is being brought to a temperature sufficient to turn it from a solid into a liquid. The material is being imbued. What does that mean? Oh, sorry. You guys can still see. Sorry. So this time you were really relying on me reading properly, right? Because you couldn't even read at the same time as me. Don't worry. I'm bringing this to you so that you can read at the same time as me, because I'm sure that my pronunciation is not good enough for you to understand. Anyway, I was reading this and then I end up with imbued. Yeah, I have no idea what it means. Inspire or permeate with. Inspired. The entire performance was imbued with sparkle and inspired and permeated with. Okay. With enough thermal energy to make the transition between energy state. A material that is being sintered is instead being compacted using a combination of heat and pressure without actually crossing the energy threshold required for turning into a liquid. Why is this an important difference? It's important because sintering can occur at low temperature in the right conditions. Take, for example, snow. Snow, when compacted into a ball by a child, would be an example of pressure-based sintering. Oh, basically, sintering can be an operation of either pressure or temperature, while melting is primarily the operation of temperature. Oh, that's interesting. But does that mean SLS is not actually SLS? Does that mean SLS is actually SLM? But we just use like, really? I mean, you get what they say, right? I mean, the example of the snow is pretty good. You basically you compact things together, right? And then that pressure is going to bond everything together, right? So I mean, that makes sense. But in SLS, it's not at all what's happening, right? You're in SLS, like what's the temperature in the SLS? Maybe they are reaching the melting temperature. Maybe it's not even sintering. Maybe is that a print buster topic? Well, actually, we are Thursday night, so it's supposed to be a print buster stream. So, yep, SLS is SLM for polymers, but that's wrong, right? Bionic. Like, what I'm saying is, do they actually sinter the material in the SLS? Maybe not. Well, actually, not according to what we have learned so far. Uses of sintering and melting. While sintering and melting have similarities, there are in fact two different processes that have different application. Sintering have a few different uses. One of the key uses of sintering is to join metal particles together. Sintering is often used on metal with high melting point, since it doesn't rely on reaching melting temperature to work. So now that's really clear that the sintering, you're not reaching the melting temperature. That's like 100%. No, they melt it. Yeah. So Bionic, that's what I mean. from what I read so far, they say it's SLS, but it's not. It's not selective laser sintering. It's selective laser melting, like the SLM for metal powder. Whether it's metal powder or whether it's metal polymer, polymer powder, nylon powder, it's still melting. SLS is not sintering, from what I can see. Hey, OneRaz, how are you? Yeah, the last stream in the US. Hopefully I will be able to fly out on Saturday. But you get what I mean? Some 3D printing device operates by sintering metal one layer at a time to create custom metal form. Sintering a metal for 3D printing could help to save energy compared to melting the same metal, and allows for greater control and consistency. Since the material isn't being completely liquefied, however, this leaves more microscopic gaps than the full liquefaction caused by melting wood. Sintering can also be used to reduce the porosity of an object surface, which can enhance the properties of certain material. Okay, so for example, here, they take example of sintering, but for metal printing, which is interesting, right? Because it's supposed to be the opposite. Use of melting. Melting, on the other hand, has many uses depending on the material being melted and why it's being melting. The process of liquefying metal is commonly used when joining two metals, similar to sintering. In fact, some processes that describe themselves as sintering, such as direct metal laser sintering, are actually melting materials, which can be a contributing factor to the confusion surrounding the two processes. Oh, you see? That's definitely what they say here. They basically say that 3D printing is using the wrong vocabulary. Or is that just me? No, I don't think it's just me. You see the importance of always trying to learn more. You know, the importance of Printbusters, trying to really, dig into all of these definition and try to understand. Because if nobody do that, if nobody does that, then we'll always live in a confusion and non-understanding life. So we have to understand everything properly. Hey, Dusty Knuckle. I have seen video recently, I believe 3D printing nerd Joel telling at one of the show this spring talking about a printer that also use pressure sintering. Yeah, if there is actual pressure with heat, then I understand that it's sintering, because then they are not actually melting. But if there is no pressure, either if it's really sintering without pressure, then it means it will become very weak. Right, like they're saying, it will basically be full of microscopic gaps, and it will be very very weak. So they have to melt it. They have to fully liquefy the material. So they have to melt it. What's the topic? Sintering. Little John. The topic is, what's the difference between sintering and melting, in order to explain how SLS work. But so far, in the journey of learning how SLS work, we realized that SLS is actually using a wrong name. That's where we are at the moment. Oh yeah, we are watching. Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, sorry. The actual topic is the. sorry. The actual topic is this video. Well, the actual topic is 3D printing introduced to mainstream, and somehow blah 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 blah, and then we just arrived here. Yeah, that was the actual topic. Sorry. Sintering without pressure is used for ceramic and metal injection molding all the time. Well, injection molding requires pressure, right? You cannot do injection molding without pressure, if my understanding is correct, Little John. Sintering doesn't melt the bulk metal. Yeah. What we're trying to understand is why do we call SLS SLS? Why do we call selective laser sintering sintering if it's not sintering? It's actually melting. It should be called SLM, not SLS. I gave up and just accepted the name. Your sintering is not what is happening in SLS. Sintering is what is used to create solid part with metallic filament and FDM. What's the topic? 3D printing for the mainstream. Yeah, Berjack. That's the topic. Like how 3D printing is introduced to the mainstream. But via analyzing this, we just arrived on a side topic. Metal injection molding sinters outside the mold. Okay. Hi to all. Did you all hear about Gitec? What to have done? I think it's time to boycott them. Me, the Gitec fan, makes me really sad and angry. Well, what happened to Gitec? Did I miss another 3D printing drama again? I mean, our community has so much drama. Like I was watching, was it what? It was this morning. I was watching Encamake that releases their slicer, and then I saw a bunch of tweets that were saying like, "Where is the source code? Where is the source code?" Something like this. I mean, I haven't checked, but we should have a drama channel on our Discord. Okay, today 3D printing drama is. Anyway, I'm laughing, but maybe there is some serious topic in this. But yeah, it's just funny that there is all of this drama. But no, I did not hear what happened with Gitec. Sorry, so I don't know. What did they do? 100%. There it is. Gitec is done. Chuck tried to work it out with them, but it didn't happen. Gitec officially blacklisted. I will actively tell people to avoid them. Okay. That was 9 minutes ago. What happened? Not going well. I don't think we resolved anything. I'm done with Gitec, period. And that crappy clone. What happened? Update. Gitec has now contacted me. Hopefully we can sort this out. Parent didn't give it away. I gave away the design in the video. I said people could easily make one themselves. A few did and thank me. Why didn't Gitec requested a license? Offer royalty. Okay, so it looks like it's related to Chuck. Gitec, why did you steal my e-leveler design and sell it as your own creation? Okay, there you go. There you go. So apparently Gitec has done what? Has what is the e-leveler? So I guess it's something on their new printer and something related to e-leveler. Filament Friday, so that's Chuck, I think. Okay, so Filament Friday e-leveler. This is the original Filament Friday e-leveler that is designed, created, and featured by Chuck. Blah, blah, blah. Filament Friday perfectly leveled the bed. This tool will give you visual feedback to perfectly adjust the bed level on your printer. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, sorry. You cannot hear anything, I guess. Because I have to do this. I have to do this, and then this, and then I have to do this, and then I have to do this, and then I have to
small, medium, and large. Use the. In this video, I'll show you how to level your bed.
Okay, can you confirm that you can hear now? Hey, Patrick, how are you?
Bed with the Filament Friday e-leveler.
Can you hear?
First, scan the barcode on the box. This will take you to the website.
Yes, you can hear. Okay, thank you, Bionic NSTO. Okay, so let's see what is this e-leveler.
Where you can download the files for the e-leveler. Unzip the file and you'll see 3 folders, a small, medium, and large. Use the files that match the size of your printer bed. Copy the files to the SD card that fits your machine and then insert it into your 3D printer. Now run the e-leveler G-code file and it will home itself and move to the first position. Slide the E-leveler underneath the nozzle so the cross is right in line with the nozzle, and adjust it until the LED just turns on. It stays at each corner for about 20 seconds, then moves to the next corner. There you adjust again until the LED just turns on. Move to the third corner, do it again, and then it finally moves to the fourth and final corner up front. Adjust it until the light just turns on and your bed is now level. The print head will return home, and now we can run the squares test, which was also on the SD card. This print will draw a series of squares around your bed, and you can actually rub your fingers on top of it to make sure everything's sticking. After a while, you'll find that the E-leveler will give you just about any levels on just about any 3D printer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he made that product. That's interesting. Okay, so apparently, okay, so he made that product. Okay, that's so far so good. And I guess Geeetech has implemented this on their printer, I guess. Yeah, well, that's my guess. I don't know. Oh, no, there's a LED. I'm looking for a LED or something. Okay, so I guess separate light switch sensor, high printing accuracy, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay, anyway, so I guess what happened is they use the design. Oh, there's actually, oh, they actually copy pasted that. Really? No way. That's not even, I thought it was implemented in a printer. Like, no, that's actually just doing exactly the same. No way. Oh, that's not good. That's not, no way. I didn't know that. Oh, it looks like there's even more than one. Okay, so yeah, okay, so a different company has tried to copy his idea. Okay, got it. Okay, understood. Okay, I got it. Who raised that already? Matt German, right? Okay, Matt German, I got it. Up top, the blue one. Okay, so the blue one is the, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even see it was there. So that blue one here, right? That's the Geeetech one, okay. And yeah, and they put it cheaper than the one from yeah. Okay, yeah, I didn't follow exactly, but from the few information that we just discovered, that's not very good. That's not very good from a company to do that. I remember, was it? Sorry, I'm re-sharing again because I'm going to switch. But was it Prusa that had this similar problem before with prototype? What's the name of prototype design? Print prototype design or something like this, like a YouTube channel. I saw some back and forth on who has created what first, blah blah blah. I guess that's the same. That's the same thing here, right? Filament Friday, who has created what first, and most likely Chuck was the one that I guess invented this, and then other company has started to copy. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. And these days it's mesh leveling for the win. Yeah, I mean there's other ways to level for sure, but that doesn't mean you know they should copy this. But yeah, okay, that's interesting. The Prusa issue was lots of 3D printing YouTubers copied Joseph Beard. It's not the same thing at all. Hellbugs has a red LED and Geeetech has a green LED. Completely different. Well, I mean, we can laugh. I mean, we can laugh. We can make some joke and stuff, right? It's not the problem. But in reality, it is a problem. Sorry. What I meant to say is, we can laugh, we can make some joke, but it is a serious topic. That's, I guess, what I want to say. We can make some joke, but we all need to properly understand that this type of thing is serious, right? Again, we just barely scratch the surface and try to understand why there is this happening literally during the stream. But yeah, it doesn't look like a very nice move from whoever company has copied this design or whatever. The idea is the problem. When you create it, it's copyright from that moment on. They took his idea and are trying to profit from it. Yeah, exactly. Bad company. That's what I understood from the problem. If you upload a design of a useful electronic project to GitHub, chances are that a few months later you can buy it on AliExpress. There are several Chinese sellers who just copy open source electronic projects. Also happened to one of my project. I just found it funny, and it's because it's under a free license. Oh, really? Happened to you also, Sebastian? That's crazy. That's crazy. My company has to deal with knockoff and occasional fake being sold as our product. Oh, really? What do you sell, Little John? That's crazy. I mean, I knew this problem happened, right? But I didn't know it was that close to me. You guys are following the stream, and that happened to you guys. I mean, that's crazy. It means it's happened a lot, like a lot. I mean, can you imagine the chances that we have multiple people in the chat that had to deal with the same problem? I mean, chances are very small. So, or it means it happened a lot. That's crazy. You can't just steal an idea and not even give credit to the designer. Yeah. I haven't followed so much what happened, but from the look of it, then that's what happened. So Chuck has created something, and then a company has copy and then sold it. And even if they give credit, I don't think they can. Or I don't even know. Is there some kind? Because I don't know this kind of thing. I don't know if Chuck has to have a kind of patent on this in order to protect it, because I know there is some stories of protection, right? If you don't protect it, does that mean other company can do it or not? So what if he didn't protect it, and then you get what I mean? Like, for example, 3D printing right now is not protected under any patent anymore. I mean, the extrusion process. So now there's a lot of companies that do it. So does that mean Filament Friday, because it's very expensive to protect something, right? Does that mean he didn't protect it? And then is that just an ethical issue? Is that an ethical issue? Is that an ethical issue or a legal issue? That's what I mean. Is that an ethical issue or is that a legal issue? If it's an ethical issue, it's different. Maybe legally they can do what they're doing. Gitech, they just sell because it's not protected. It's not under any patent. So, I mean, I'm not an expert on this. I'm just, like kind of making some hypothesis. Or so either it's an ethical issue, it's just that they didn't put his name, so it's not very nice. So the community don't like it, and they don't support Gitech anymore. But it's legally correct. I mean, it's legally legal. Or it's a legal issue, which means actually legally they cannot do that. And then that's a different story. So again, I don't know if it's an ethical issue or a legal issue. Actually, you know what? That was my philosophical topic for my bachelor degree. No, not bachelor degree. How do you say that in English? In France, we have a diploma at 18 years old. It's called BAC. It's called the BAC. It's called BAC. And we have a big exam, 3-day exam, blah, blah, blah. And the philosophical topic was the difference between ethic and legal. I think it was something like this. But anyway, you get what I mean? Is this issue with Chuck Filament Friday ethical or legal? Is that like UKA level? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't know. It's at 18 years old. Before you go to high school, then he didn't. But under copyright, the minute it's made, it's copyright. He doesn't even have to file paper on it unless it's going to court. Yeah, but copyright, if I remember well my classes, right? Because I did a little bit of legal, but not that much. But if I remember well, copyright is for artistic, is for like programming. Some program can be considered as copyright. Is for art. Some software can be considered also, and then what else? Yeah, but not this. I don't think this is including in copyright. Is that? I don't know. Maybe Bad Company. I don't know. Copyright does not cover any part of it. Yeah, that's what I think. Edge of 3D. Oh, okay. So it's an ethical problem. It's not a legal problem. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, design. Some design are copyright. No, not even. No. I think design should be. You have some design pattern. You still have to protect your design. Design is copyright. Is it? Copyright does not cover. Yeah, I think Edge of 3D is right. I should ask our lawyer to come. Okay, Bad Company. Copyright protects original work of authorship. Yes, while a patent protects invention or discoveries, ideas and discoveries are not protected by the copyright law, although the way in which they are expressed may be. A trademark protects words, phrases, symbols, and design, identifying the source of the good and service of one party and distinguish them from those of others. Yeah. The Bad Company, I agree with what you just wrote, but I don't think it is copyrightable, if that's a word. Because the patent is something that can protect this, but that doesn't go under an original work of authorship. I don't think it's art nor a software, a code, because coding is now can be copyright. Not all the coding, but I think some. All design is copyright, but that is weak protection compared to patent. Oh, really? Design, all the design are copyright. Oh, so everything is copyright, but the patent is just to add an additional protection. Is that correct? Designs are patents. Still a big of how their company is run. Yeah, I mean, definitely, Chewy. Whether it's ethical or legal, I mean, ethically, if it's ethical, then same. Even if they won't have any legal issue, they may still have image, like PR, public relation issue, because that may not be it's being a shark, a business shark. A business shark is basically, for me, I define a business shark as someone that cares about legal issue but don't care about ethical issue. So you are a real shark. You are only focusing on business, and whether it's ethical or not, maybe you care a little bit, but not that much. The main thing is to succeed and not having any legal issue, because if you have legal issue, then you don't succeed. But something like this, at least that's how I see it. I mean, that's a big topic, right? And that requires a lot of expertise. I'm glad you guys are sharing, what you know on this topic. But I guess it's a very big topic and a very a very like a lot of knowledge, a lot of thing has to be known. That's from us, copyright site. This can't be patent protected because when he came out with it, it was not a new invention, but it was used before. A one-to-one copy of the board design could be a copyright issue. Okay. No, it's copyright as a design. Okay. When is my work protected? Your work is under copyright protection the moment it is created and fixed in a tangible form that it is perceptible either directly or with the aid of a machine or device. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know. Patent protects the idea behind the design. Oh, okay. That start to clarify a little bit. So it is a little bit of a legal issue then, not only ethical issue. And it's definitely an ethical issue. The question is more whether it is a legal issue as well. But it seems that it is. This should have been patented, not copyrighted. When you create original content, it is copyrighted. Your patent design or concept for physical items. Okay. I have quite a lot of patents to my name. I'm not an attorney, but I have quite a lot of experience in this area. Yeah, that's great that you guys share your experience in I like you guys share two things. The first thing is your view on what's happening, just your external personal view, and your expertise on this. I mean, nobody is an expert in this, I guess, but I guess you all have particular experience or a certain expertise. So if we put all our expertise together, then we can draw a good picture of what's happening. No thief is what I think you're referring to. No thief. My family has been in the design and invention business long before I was ever born. My father always said that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of true, right? If there is an idea that you have and you have companies that are copying you, then it's like, whoa, okay, I had a great idea. So that's a positive way of seeing that Edge of 3D. Not everything that is legal is ethical. Yes, that's true. Not everything that is ethical is legal. Not everything that is ethical is yeah. They are Venn diagram with partial overlap. Yeah, I agree, Stowboard. I 100% agree. But in this case, I think it is definitely an ethical issue because it seems that Chuck has come up with this idea, and people has copied him without giving him any credit, without talking to him or anything. So I think for me it's an ethical issue. Now the question is whether it's a legal issue or not, because that's the thing that's going to make the drama even bigger if it goes to a legal issue. For example, I give you an example. Sorry, I will stop reading the chat for just the time I explained that. But do you know Devon from Make Anything? You know Make Anything? Make Anything. Make Anything. So Devon from Make Anything. So this guy has designed. Let me show you, like something like this thing. Let me see. Well, anyway, he created a lot of things, but there is one particular one which was, yeah, this one. Oh, that's actually that video. Okay, so this is what he designed, or this one, or I don't remember, but one of them. And then, so it's a design. It's an artistic thing. Like for me, this is he doesn't need to do anything. That's copyrighted directly as soon as he made something and even posted videos and he has proof, blah, blah, blah. And after that, then you had that Kickstarter that was released. with the same thing. So that was the same story, and I think this was a legal issue, and I think they went. And I think they went to court, and then I think some stuff was has happened with this. So maybe it's the same. Maybe this is also copyrighted, and then blah blah blah. But I don't know if you guys have. Whoa. Sorry. I don't know if you guys have followed what happened with Devin, but it was it was similar issue. Let me see. I'm just checking. Okay. Yeah. So Bad Company. I dealt with a lot of copyright complaints in my sublimation ground. Everyone was having a fit about people making Disney design. I always said, I am not the copyright police. The internet is worldwide, not in the US only. A lot of countries do not follow the same laws, and I'm not a lawyer and don't play one on TV. Yeah, that's also true that the fact that it's very international, then that brings another problem. That brings another problem on top of that, is that how, if this has been copied in China and sold and is being sold in China, what do you do? Like, because maybe China has different law, and then you cannot do anything. I mean, maybe it's not ethical, but it's totally legal or something like this. You get what I mean? So that's another problem. The difference between the different countries. It's like, for example, Polymaker products are being used to print a lot of things, and part of these things are allowed somewhere and not allowed somewhere else. And that's also a big issue, is that's actually one of the problems that I need to deal with almost every day. How you don't how to prevent, to shrink the freedom of people from a country because of laws from another country. Because the safest that we could do is that we take all the international law and we just union all the laws, and wherever on the planet we can only do what is accepted by the law of everything. So that means a lot of countries, all the countries will be very restricted, right? That would be the safest way. Unfortunately, that's not what we want to do. We don't want people from a particular country to be limited by laws from another country, and that's hard to do. It's hard to do because 3D printing, you can print whatever you want. 3D printing, we are an international company, so you can buy materials from anywhere in the world. So all of this problem is interesting, but is troublesome sometimes. It's interesting, but it's troublesome. How to mix something that is ethical or not, the freedom from everyone, the legal part, the risk of the company, making your business successful, the community thinking, and then all of this combined makes business management very hard, right? Very interesting, but very hard, very challenging. Why would this be your issue as a filament seller? Because, like I said, maybe it's not a legal issue, but let's say, what if someone buy filament in a country and print something that is not supposed to be printed in that country and that's forbidden by the law? Then even though we cannot control what people do with our filament, but when it comes to court, then you have to prove that there is a lot of things. It's not as easy as just say just say to the judge something like, "Hey guys, I mean, I didn't know. I mean, who am I to to check all our customers what they print? I don't care." That's what a little bit like Facebook issue. Facebook has this kind of legal issue and then ethical issue, blah, blah, blah. And that's only on the legal part. There is also the ethical part. What does Ponymaker find ethical and not ethical? Do we support this? Do we support that? How do we support? Do we want to deprive people from a certain freedom? Maybe it's legal in their country, but we don't support it, so we prevent that and we don't support. All of this is very difficult questions. That is the aim logic. I think he's saying kinda they make it, but they can't be held responsible for what people are doing with it. Yeah, it's a bad company. That's some of the topic indeed. Then that's an issue with the law keepers not understanding modern time. Yeah, I mean, definitely layer by layer creation. That's definitely, why 3D printing is kind of a very challenging area to do business in is because the law around 3D printing are almost non-existent compared to other industry, because it's so new that people don't know what to do. Like, I give you an example, the license issue. I'm putting a lot of energy at the moment. I mean, not only me, but the whole company is putting a lot of energy on license, like model license and copyright. But if we refer to what our attorney, we have a lawyer, right, in the company. But if we refer to the lawyer, if something is printed, it's no longer, or it's in a very gray area whether this is copyright by the designer or not, because it has been manufactured. You get what I mean? Like, the license is for the 3D digital model, but once you print it, then what does it become? Now this object is whose object? Protected by who? And that's a very gray area. And that's an area that even in the law doesn't explain that. Like, if you have the balloon animals, right? The balloon animals from Chelsea, right? So we have this animal, okay? And then this animal, the 3D digital design is owned and copyrighted by Chelsea or Chaos Cortex. But once we print it, the physical model, what is it? I mean, yes, it's kind of their model, part of the process involved using their model, but it's being sliced. After it's being sliced, it's no longer the 3D model, it's different model, and then it's being printed. So now it's a physical model. So, I mean, our lawyer is working on, trying to figure out all of this. But you see the difficulties of doing business and evolving in an industry that is so young in terms of laws and stuff like this. I don't think that's a gray area. If you use a picture of a Mickey Mouse to sell your filament, that's not allowed. Yeah, but Jack, you'll have to find the exact law that say that, because in court, it's not about if you use a picture, an actual picture of a Mickey Mouse from a movie or something like this, like there is a whole thing around the actual design stuff. Like, and also why people are scared about Disney, because it's about the money, right? Sometimes the law is defined by how much money you have, because you will have, I don't know, maybe a lawyer that has a lot of experience and a lot of resources in order to come up with, in order to shape the law, in order to make you wrong. But if the other parties has a lot of money also, then it's going to be a fight on the actual definition, like the literal definition of the law. And that's where I'm saying there is a big gray area in 3D printing. The bad company. Oh no, exact law with what it's Disney. I made a logo with a hand that looks like a Mickey hand. It wasn't, but looked like Disney sent me a letter. Yeah. And then I guess it's up to the judge, right? It's up to the judge that's gonna say, yeah, it look the same, or no, it don't look the same. The law is gonna say something like, I don't know, when someone has copyrighted a certain design, then you cannot do a similar design, something like this. And then it's up to the judge to define what is similar. You know, it's up to the judge to do that. And I mean, that's why we have judges, because the law is not clear enough. It's impossible to make a law that is black and white. It's always gray area, and then it's up to the judge to take all the information and then to take a decision, basically, something like this. I mean, I'm completely out of my my field and stuff, so I don't know what I'm saying, but I just keep some certain logic, and I'm just inspired by what you guys say. Chewy, it is Dusty Knuckle. It was our decision to start smoking. That's why we are banned advertising. Blah blah blah. You don't want to go that far with big business. They will put you under the poorhouse, not worth the fight. Yeah, definitely. You know what our lawyer said is, before even thinking about the law, we just think about whether it's worth, for example, theoretically, a 3D printing company, like a printer company, let's say a big printer company that do well in business, that have good cash flow, etc., good business, they could decide to use a design from a designer and just use it for commercial purpose, blah, 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 for marketing, blah, 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 and they just don't care. Why they don't care? Because they could say, if you have a problem, then just sue us and hire a lawyer, and then just spend all the money. So they could think this way. You get what I mean? Like, they know designers that, like, let's say a small designer that, doesn't have a huge amount of money, blah, blah, blah. They just use his or her design because they just don't care. So that's definitely not ethical, but, and that's kind of illegal also. But the fact that it's so much about money also, that at the end of the day, it makes it illegal, non-ethical, and still the bad guy is winning. You get what I mean? Hey, Subsector 3D. Sorry, it might be strange what we're talking about, but we're basically talking about, what are we talking about? So we're talking about rights. I don't know how we came to rights, but we're talking about designer protection and the law in how mature the laws are in the 3D printing industry. Kind of, this where we are a little bit. Sorry, Pointmaker, that I did change the subject, but I think it was important. Yeah, no worries, Tactile 3D. I mean, it's great. I mean, we can talk about different type of subject. That's not a problem. I just like the string of topics that brought us there. Bad Company. I mean, if you want to get technical, the balloon animal started way back with like the circus, so you could argue that. Yeah, Bad Company. That's exactly what attorneys, like lawyers. That's what lawyers do. Lawyers, they play on all of these, and then but maybe that was protected by the Bozo circus, and why is this design copy? That's the role of the lawyer, right? That's doing all of this, because it's so complicated, and it can be shaped in so many different ways that it's very hard to do that. Has Creative Commons licensing ever been challenged in court? Is it so new that it's never been tested? That's a good question. I don't know the real market of you. What I know is this. I already asked this question in a stream, but oh, actually, I forgot to put the banner for all the new people that are joining. Don't forget to be awesome. But anyway, so one question that I was asking is the creative license that says non-commercial. What does non-commercial means? Like, is this you see the sorry, the picture here? I have a picture with some models. Is this commercial? Like, is this commercial or not? Not for sale. Yeah, non-commercial, not for sale. But we're not selling the model. We're selling the material. We're not selling the model, but we are using the model to represent the material. You get what I mean? So how 100% commercial if you do? If we do sell the model? Like, what do you guys think about this way of using the model? Or if you go on our Amazon and then Proletera PLA, what do we use for Proletera PLA? Yeah, here, this horse or these guys, this is for you commercial or not commercial? Like, because Etsy, the Etsy stores that are selling model is definitely commercial. I think we all 100% agree. But what do you think about this? Not the model, but the picture as advertisement. So you consider that you consider that's a horse. Yeah, that's a horse. Let's change. Okay, that's a dolphin. Okay, does it look more like a dolphin? What I was about to say. Yeah, so you guys consider that using the model on our picture is considered as commercial. So now another question: what if we bring a model on our shows during our trade show, and then we just put a model on the table? Is that commercial or not? You're not selling the model though, just the stuff is made of. Yes, those are animals. You are using the model to sell them. Yes, 100%. Okay, bad company, still commercial. Okay. So you get my meaning behind the whole, because for me, yes, for me it is commercial, and I've read a lot of paper, because the commercial, the common license does only said if you profit of something. But first, this something has to be under the license. So first, we have to define whether a printed model is under the license or not. Because the model, the 3D model, is under the license, the CC license, the Creative Commons license. But the printed model, is the printed model under the CC license? So that's the first question. The second question is, if it is under the license, which might not be, so we could not even ask the question. If it's under the license, the printed model, then what does commercial means? And there is some long paper that I read, and the Creative Commons say there is no black and white answer, but this is what the survey say. And they did a survey, and then they just write down point by point what people say. And indeed, using the model here as advertisement is considered as commercial. But again, that's if the 3D printed model is under the license. By the way, all of these models are my model. I designed them. So there is no license problem. Just in case you're wondering. And also, in case you're wondering, Chelsea, I already contacted her and we already talked about all of this. Because, like I said, we are working now on all of this license stuff. and we don't want to be neither legally incorrect. We don't want to do any illegal stuff, of course, and we don't want to do any unethical stuff. So that's why we put a lot of energy in that. If you are using an image of a copyrighted item to market anything without permission of the original maker, you are committing a fraud. Yeah, DMAT. Now the question is the printed model under the same license as the digital model? That's another question. Nick's only problem with those models is that the horse, he's enraged. You don't like my horse? Where is my horse? This. You don't like my horse? Yeah, it's not the best design, but my worst design is my hedgehog. I think my hedgehog is my worst design. It doesn't even look like a hedgehog. It look like a bear, or like, let me check. Let me show. This is my hedgehog. Oh, there is an actual zombie made it. That's supposed to be a hedgehog. So if you want to laugh at one of my design, then I think the hedgehog is the one you should. The horse, I think, is okay. I mean, okay. Yeah, it's not the best horses. But if you have a little bit of let's say imagination, then you look a little bit like a horse. But the hedgehog, even with a lot of imagination, still some difficulties. But anyway, a bit of off topic. A lot of them are really good. Don't mind it. Thank you, Little John. Thank you very much. Can we remix that? I think so. Let me check. Or maybe not. What did I say? Okay, so this is the one I've chosen. Creative Commons, attribution, non-commercial, non-derivative, sharing without attribution. Oh yeah, now I remember. Do you know why I removed the remix? You know why I've chosen to share all of my design without the remix? You know what? I'm going to tell you. It's because people have started to remove. They started to remix my design and remove my watermark. The watermark is, for me, the only way to have credit on my design. By the way, the lion maybe is also not that well designed. But the watermark on the top is my only way to have a little bit of credit on the design. And then people have started to remix my design by shaving off the watermark. So that's the reason why I decided to not allow any remix. I mean, I don't mind if someone remix by, adding some, I don't know, some kind of feet or like some kind of stuff around it. But what I didn't like is people shaving off my logo. I really didn't like that. I mean, I understand that it looks cleaner without it. I could have maybe put it at the bottom or something like this. I could have done that, but now it's too late. But anyway, that's the main reason why I didn't allow the remix. Redo all the eyes as the watermark. Then they cannot remove it. Otherwise, it's remove the eyes. I think as a maker, it would be an honor to have your model used on the page like Polymaker. Yeah, I mean, we do have a list of designers that we are working with in order to use their model. But I always want to contact them, talk with them, clearly tell them what we are going to do with their design. Like, for example, this is from Chaos Cortex, and we do credit the people that has printed it, and we do have authorization of using the actual design. This is our design, so we commission a designer, we pay the designer, we pay that design, so we own that design. And I'm sure we still have some picture out there This is the same. What's his name again? Mike Beer. Is it Mike Beer? Yeah. So he sent me an email. Well, I haven't officially signed the contract with him or signed something to say we can use. So it's kind of on the edge. And there might be, and I apologize for that. There might be some pictures out there. Like for example, some stuff that is hard to control is if you type Ponymaker on Google Image. If you type Ponymaker on Google Image, there might be some design from, like for example, this cow that we have used a long time ago for our Kickstarter for Polysmooth. I personally don't remember where this cow come from. And theoretically, that's not good. So, and that's the work we are doing. And you can imagine the amount of work that we are working on, right? I literally go to all our pictures and I try to find where the models come from. And then I contact the designer and then I talk with them and then blah, 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 blah. So we're trying to make things right for everything. All the new stuff, it's very easy because we already have partners and then we use their design, blah, blah, blah. But the stuff from 2014, 2015, all of these stuff, then we have to go back in time and, make things right. Anyway, just some stuff that we're working on. Thank you for being awesome, Real Prop. Tactile 3D, I need to buy a copyright program for models that generate a watermark onto the model on different places. But a copy of my program is like £700. Yeah. For me, I just use Blender. I use Blender to put my my watermark on it. I think as a maker. Okay, great. So let's go back a little bit. Okay. We went from there to there and then to there. Okay, and then sintering and. Okay, so we were talking about sintering and melting, and I guess that's more or less. Maybe in another stream we can continue that topic. I just realized that it's been more than 2 hours already. Oh my god, that goes so fast. I really love today's stream. I think the different topics were amazing. I like the fact that we discovered that SLS might not be actually SLS. That's a very interesting print buster. But let's continue that. I mean, I'm very surprised that nobody has brought this up. Like, there is no expert that has thought about, actually saying that it's not SLS and it's not about sintering. It's about melting, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But Rabbit Hole. Yeah. I love Rabbit Hole. But anyway, I think we'll continue this topic in the next one. We were talking about sintering, melting. We were watching a video. We were on Wikipedia. We talked about that. We talked about the guest on the video, and that was so after 2 hours and 15 minutes, we finally watched 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the main topic of today, which was talking about that video. And after 2 minutes and 20, then we have to do a break. So we're going to continue maybe next week after I arrive back in China during my quarantine. It was an interesting live stream. SLM is a different 3D printing process that does melt. Little John, but SLS also melt. So SLS is theoretically wrong. It's not sintering because it's melting. So if it's melting, then it's melting. It's not sintering. So that's so far my conclusion. But we can dive more into that to see. There is a different 3D printed tag using laser melting. Yeah. So and apparently the SLM might actually be SLS because they were saying that some metal are too hard to melt, so they have to sinter them, not melt them. I don't agree. The bulk of the particle are not melted. That website is wrong. That pressure is required. Yeah, we can check because Little John, if you check all the videos of SLS, or at least we need to find one that doesn't, but they all say that you melt the polymer. So either they are all wrong, you're not melting the polymer, you are not reaching the melting point. Either they are all wrong, and it's actually sintering, so you're not melting the polymer, or it's called SLS, but it's not SLS, it's SLM. But Little John, let's continue that topic in the next one. And I think it's an interesting topic. And we haven't even checked what is curing. We don't even know what is curing. With plastic, it may be melting. With metal particle, it's not fully melting. Yeah, Little John, maybe because right now it's SLS for polymers, right? Mainly nylon. And it's SLM for metal. What if after we do our homework, Printbusters, we realize that it's the opposite? What if after we do Printbuster, we realize that SLM is actually SLS and SLS is actually SLM? I don't know. Curing is cross-linking of shorter polymer in a longer one. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you said it, cross-linking. Yeah, it could be. And under UV light or under heat. Well, anyway, let's talk about this in the next one. Layer by layer. Also, hey Nicola, I won last week and shot you an email. Just wanted to make sure you got it. Or did you reach out to me by email or Discord? By email, I guess, right? If it's by email, sorry, maybe I did miss it. But I mean, I didn't miss it. It was flagged red, but I have so many emails that sometimes it just go at the bottom. So I will have a look layer by layer. Sorry for that. Okay, let's go for the drawing. And oh yeah, we also talk about this Filament Friday issue. Oh, we talk about a lot of things today. Actually, we talked about a lot of things today. 3D printing going mainstream, copyright issue, the Filament Friday issue, the Make Anything issue, melting, sintering. What else? We talk about, yeah, it was very interesting today. Thank you for bringing all of this. I'm waiting for an email response as well. Dave Robertson, let me check. Dave Robertson. Dave Robertson. Oh yeah, okay. I'm seeing it. I will answer that right after Dave. Sorry for that. You sent the email on September 27th, so it's the 1 month anniversary of your email. I'm sorry for that. I will answer that. Okay, you guys ready for the giveaway? Yeah, Dusty Knuckle. It was a very nice stream today. Really love it. Really love it. Nick, now you need a Make-A-Deck Make-A-Box to go with your 500% Make-A-Deck logo. Make-A-Box? What is a Make-A-Box? Because I have a holder. Make-A-Box? What is Make-A-Box? Make-A-Box. It's a gun. Sorry, I don't know what is a Make-A-Box. I posted it in your Discord. Okay, I'm going to check it after, because if I start in another topic, it's going to be another 2 hours. Okay, great. So we're going to draw in 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. And drawing. And today's winner is Stephen Poole. Stephen Poole again? I saw Stephen Poole before already. Technically, there was no topic. Stephen Poole, are you here? I saw Stephen Poole winning everywhere, no? I think the last the last stream was Stephen Poole. I think I follow a stream from another creator. I think it was Stephen Poole also. Was it Stephen Poole? Yeah, you're here. You just won somewhere else, right? Like a few days ago. I think you won somewhere else. A Hot Mix. You won Hot Mix. Yeah, Hot Mix. Yeah, there you go. Congratulations again on this. So you know how to reach out to me. And let me draw one more. You guys ready? One more, and let's draw. And our second winner of this very interesting live stream, actually, I really love the today live stream, is Sebastian. Sebastian, I know he was here because he participated in. He was very active in the chat. So, Sebastian again. Yeah, congratulations, Sebastian. I assume you know how to contact me also. If you don't, you guys, all the winners can contact bank contact. I'm waiting for fourth polemical spool from the lawyer at the LM show. Okay, great. I'm glad you guys are stocking up on your spools. So where are we going next? Is there any interesting show going on at the moment? Easter Jang, Beb Rose is live, Make a Deck. Panfred is some Lego stuff as well, right? It's been a long time. Do you guys like Lego stuff? I think we went to Silverback last time, I think. Let's go Panfred. I think it's been a long time. We haven't been there. If you guys don't know, Panfred is in the building blocks community, and I always say that we are 3D printing some stuff and he's Legoing some stuff. But what I like the most, to be honest, is his personality. That's what I like the most about Fred. It's his personality. I mean, I love Lego. I mean, building blocks and all this stuff. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. But what I like the most is his personality. The way he communicates with people, the way, his enthusiasm, etc. But anyway, thank you everyone again for joining today's stream. Sorry for not having a very beautiful background behind me. I'm in Airbnb, only one room with one bed, but it's enough to stay here in Houston and finding a good place. So thank you again, everyone, for hanging out with me today. And then next time I will see you, I will be in China, and most likely next time I'm going to stream, I will be in my quarantine hotel. So you will be stuck with me in my quarantine hotel. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining today, and don't forget to stay awesome and just be awesome. I see you in the next one.